China's biggest political event of the year begins on Friday, the so-called two sessions. The gatherings of China's legislature and its political advisory body will see the release of this year's GDP growth target. There will also be details on how Beijing plans to implement its current five-year plan. Lee Ji-won reports.
Eyes around the world will be on Beijing this Friday as the Chinese government begins its annual Lianghui, or two sessions, which will see important decisions on the economic, political, and social fronts. Friday's session will start with the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, and 2 days later, it'll be the turn of the country's legislature, the National People's Congress. With Chinese President Xi Jinping's second five-year term to start next year, pundits say the sessions will push forward his plan to seek progress while maintaining stability. One of the topics to be discussed is how to fully implement China's latest five-year plan, which was launched last year. With the framework settled, Chinese leaders are expected to discuss the details, including intensifying structural reform on the supply side.
Chinese state-owned enterprises used to make money by selling steel and coal, but due to oversupply, the products are no longer competitive. And so intense restructuring measures are on the way, one of which is reforming state-owned enterprises and shutting down some 10,000 zombie companies.
Also to be announced at the session is China's GDP growth target for this year. With President Xi focused on supply-side reforms and a soft landing for the economy, pundits expect the target to be 6.5%, which is 0.2% lower than last year's. But aside from the economy, also to be discussed are the fight against corruption, overall structural reform, air pollution, and people's livelihoods. Polls show those are the main issues the Chinese people want lawmakers to discuss. Lee Ji-won, Arirang News.